You ever thought about buying a condo? Let's talk about it. What's going on, good guys? Chris Newton here, Chris Newton Real Estate, ChrisNewtonRealEstate.com. Let's talk about buying a condo. Like, comment, subscribe. All right, so people like me, right? Me, myself, I love condos. That's just me, right? Now, what is a condo? We talked about it before a few times. A condo is considered real property. Now, what's the specificity of a condo? Condo is basically air rights. If you want to think about it that way, it's your right to use this amount of air, and then you have other units or other structures supporting that. So that's what a condo is, right? It's considered real property. It's an apartment in the air for the most part. You do have ground units, and you do have sometimes like the underground units, like the basement units, or they call it the garden units. But for the most part, a condo is your right to use a certain amount of space in the air to live in. All right, so you want to buy a condo. Let's talk about it. How do you buy a condo? What do you have to look out for when buying a condo? So now, here's a few things that you have to take into consideration. So you did the right thing. You got a real estate agent. You called Chris and said, Chris, I want to buy a condo in New York or in Florida. I want to buy a condo. I said, great. Are you pre-approved? Yes, I'm pre-approved. Great. Or maybe you're not pre-approved. I'll let you know a few of my preferred lenders that I work with. I'll also give you the option to work with other lenders, whatever. And we start the process. We get the ball rolling on getting pre-approved. If you want to learn how to buy a house, we spoke about that. I'll tag it somewhere up here, and we move forward. All right, dope. So now you got the pre-approval. You send it to me. You also send me your finances, and just in case we need to do something with creative financing, right? So you send me your portfolio. You send me what you own in stocks. You send me what you own here and here and here, so on and so forth. And all right, dope. We ready. So now it's time to move forward with purchasing the condo. So what do we have to look for? We have to look for your mortgage, right? So your mortgage is taken into consideration already, Chris or Mr. and Mrs. Buyer. How much do you want to spend in mortgage, or your mortgage and your property taxes? That's going to be taken into consideration with the pre-approval. All right, so when you factor all of that in, principal, interest, taxes, you don't want your mortgage to be no more than $3,500. All right, great. We got that. So now we're looking at property, we're looking at units for $3,500. Now, what do we have to take into consideration? A few things. What are the amenities? We're going to get into that in another video. We're also going to talk about what are, the views. What are you looking for in a condo? Yes, I love condos. Are you looking for a duplex? Are you looking for a triplex? Are you looking for something with southern exposure where you get better light? Are you looking for something with northern exposure, which is possibly in the rear or in the front, pause if applicable? What are you looking for? Here's the pros, here's the cons of living in this unit. We figured that out. I'll also do a video on the pros and cons of purchasing a condo. So these are the things to take into consideration. Okay, great. What else financially do we have to worry about? We need to take into consideration the common charges, the HOA fees, which some will call it, or the maintenance fees, right? HOA, what is that? Homeowners Association fee. So we have to take these into consideration. So you have your mortgage, you have your property taxes, so on and so forth. If you're doing a co-op, there's no property taxes. But for a condo, you got your property taxes, considered real property. We have your mortgage, we have your insurance, we have all these other things, and now we have to worry about, lost my train of thought. We have to worry about the common charges. So now the common charges are a factor. So it's $3,500. Do you want to spend $500 a month on common charges? And what are common charges? Common charges are is money that's given to the building directly to put in a reserve tank. Now, these take care of the amenities, which again, I'll get into another video. These go into doorman or whatever. Then again, a reserve. If something happens to the boilers, we have that money in reserves to take care of that. If something happens to the building, a hurricane hits and bricks fall off, they have the money there from the common charges, what people pay, commonly pay. You know, we're going to take that money out the reserves and we're going to fix the windows. We're going to fix the bricks that fell off. We're going to fix this. We're going to fix that. So how much money do you want to pay a month in that? So you have your finances. Great. So now we know that. We also want to figure out what are the bylaws, right? Bylaws are a set of rules that the building has to go by. Are you okay with these bylaws, right? So now sometimes they have quiet time. You know, that's typically in co-ops, but sometimes they have quiet time. From 10 p.m. to 8 a.m., nobody can be in the courtyard. From, you know, you can't have this can't happen. No drilling in the walls, no knocking down walls without running it by the board. No, it's just a lot of stuff. Are you okay with these laws? So now, perfect. We got the finance. We found the condo of our dreams. We love it. It's affordable. The common charges are great, but these rules are crazy. Are you okay with walking away, or are you okay with, you know, just saying, you know, I'll handle the rules. I'll deal with the rules. You know, how difficult is the board? How accommodating is the board? These are things you take into consideration when it comes to buying a condo. Condos do have a board as well. So, you know, you hit a co-op board. Condos, you do have a board as well. You have a board president, so on and so forth. Do all these things that you want to deal with. So this is basically how you buy a condo. So you still have your pre-approval. It's just like buying a house. Your pre-approval, you put your offer in, so on and so forth. For most condos, I don't really know of any condo that makes you do an interview, really. Like, I don't know, that's most of the co-ops. But for the most part, this is how you buy a condo. Boom, 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 boom. Mainly finances and getting the board, you know, the bylaws. Is this something that you want to do? If it's something that you want to do and you're okay with that, I say move forward. You know, do your thing, have fun. Condos are real property, and you could basically do what you want. You can renovate for the most part, whatever you want to do with the property, well, with the unit. Just can't be structural. But again, you're gonna have to bring a licensed contractor in. You can't bring your homeboy, you know, that knows how to do contracting, or you can't bring, you know, somebody from off the street that you saw at Home Depot that knows how to knock down walls. And so it has to be a licensed contractor, a licensed plumber, a licensed whatever that has to come in. They have to run the blueprints by the board. You know, they have to approve it, so on and so forth. Again, there's rules. You can't just come in there and just knock everything down, and the people that own the building, it's okay with it, or the people that manage the building, it's okay with it. It doesn't work that way. Now, if it was a house, sure, you can kind of do the same thing, but you still now have to take those same specs and take it to the city and let the city approve it. Because if the city don't approve it, then, you know, that's basically how it is, right? So any questions, give me a call, like, comment, subscribe, tell a friend and tell a friend. Chris Newton here. Later.